Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I felt like I needed to make this video because I have seen a lot of articles, a lot of social media, a lot of things going around basically that have been stating things like what you eat doesn't affect your health. I don't know about you, but that's pretty much common sense, surely. Everything that you eat directly affects your health one way or another. So my first point is basically diet. There are certain articles which have said things like, now is not the time to be dieting. Yes, you should not be restricting your calories and worrying about and stressing about losing weight at this current time. I completely agree. However, that does not mean that you should then be indulging on the processed foods, the sugary foods, the refined carbs, which is actually what they have written. Although I'm saddened by these, I am not surprised at all. This is where we have managed to go wrong basically, and this is where people seem to struggle. There are so many food items which you can't even really call food. If it didn't exist 200 years ago, 150 years ago even, it probably isn't meant to be eaten by a human or any animal. So I don't want to make this video about me making you feel guilty. If you ate a chocolate biscuit last night or 10, doesn't matter. What I wanted to reiterate, and I'm sure you already know it, I just want to emphasize the fact that we should really be focusing on our nutrition and on our food. On our diet, on our lifestyle, and everything that you eat will directly affect your immune system. I don't expect you to be following a ketogenic lifestyle. That's completely up to you. However, of course, I would recommend it. I just really want to emphasize the fact that you should be eating whole food. Most whole foods are going to benefit you. It would come under the category that it either swims in the ocean, it walks on the land, or it grows in the ground or in a tree. Obviously, there are food items out there that have come from something natural and created into different forms. For instance, orange juice. It has been condensed down so much that you are going to be consuming a lot of oranges in one go, and this will spike your blood sugar. Especially from these things like refined sugars and carbs. They're not natural, your body doesn't know how to deal with them. They have not been around for long enough for us to be able to know how we tolerate them. A lot of the diseases that are around in modern Western society is obviously down to our diet, as well as lifestyle. We are causing a lot of stress on our body by eating these man-made foods, basically. So you may be wondering, well, I'm fit, I'm healthy, I'm young, and I eat a balanced diet. Wake up and I have cereal for breakfast. Yes, you may be healthy now, you may be healthy for a long time. I'll list information below of how much it spikes your blood sugar and how that is in relation to other things that you would consider processed or you would consider sugary. I don't suggest that you have to be 100% clean, that you have to have absolutely no treat, but you should make the basis of your diet around whole foods, and the more you do that, the better you will feel, and honestly, the better that your immune system will be, the stronger you can be. Okay, so the next point that I wanted to make is alcohol. Yes, we all know that consuming a lot of alcohol is bad for us, but I have noticed, and I'm sure you have too, the amount of people that have really escalated their drinking due to lockdown. Although I understand it in a way, people are treating it like it's Christmas, like it's a break, like it's a holiday. We have to really be thinking about long-term effects. We do have to be thinking about the impact that alcohol is going to have on our entire body. So when you consume alcohol, obviously it is a toxin. So straight away, your body wants to get rid of it. Your body wants to flush it out. This means it's going to prioritize that over anything. This is a time where we really need to be focusing on optimizing our immune system, not compromising it. I'm not suggesting that I'm perfect and that, you know, I may have not indulged in a drink or two. If you really do fancy a drink, then maybe have that at the weekend. I think that we all need to take this as a time to actually abstain. If we don't have, you know, work dues to attend to or parties anymore. So alcohol really should be at a minimum. We should actually enjoy the fact that we are having a bit of time off from it and we're not in those social situations where we might be then more inclined to drink. Let's not forget that even though we may be healthy or we may think that we are healthy, we also need to be strong for those people around us who might potentially be impacted more severely by the virus. We need to be there to support them. We need to have a strong, robust immune system. We need to be able to, if it comes to it, we are able to care for them. Nobody thinks that they're going to be the person that gets it. Nobody thinks that anybody around them is going to get it. And obviously, I hope that it doesn't happen to anybody watching this or anybody that I know. But we do have to prepare for the worst, and we don't have to be negative. We don't have to get down about it. But we do have to obviously prepare. Hopefully to you this doesn't contradict my last point. I don't think that any of us will benefit from avoiding the house party call or the Zoom quiz night or whatever it may be. We are designed to be in a group, in a pack, however you want to put it. We thrive off of human interaction. Please at this time don't seclude yourself, don't isolate. Although you should be self-isolating, please don't be isolated. Remember that there are other people out there, maybe in your family, maybe your friends. Just let them know that you're thinking of them. It goes further than just feeling good about the fact that that person cares for you. It is going to affect everything. It's going to affect your mindset, which is going to then in turn affect your immune system, and it's going to affect how your cells develop. Like, it all leads into one. It all is all together. So I'm sure you've heard of the blue zones, and although they have different diets, they might all do slightly different things, there is one thing that they all have in common, and that is that they love social interaction, and they really pride themselves on staying connected. We have technology, we have the resources to do so. Again, there's another study. It was a 75-year study. They followed a few hundred people. I will list it below. Those who lived the longest, the healthiest lives were those who had strong relationships. And a relationship doesn't have to be just a partner, it doesn't have to be your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, but it could also mean your mum. It could be just having real true friends and staying bonded and staying connected, because that strengthens you. As I said, I will link any studies, any references below, so if you do want to check them out, please do so. The next one might not surprise you that it's included, and it probably is an obvious one, but I might not be listing the reasons that you're expecting. Yes, exercise. Exercise is great, obviously, for your cardiovascular health, for your muscles. It all goes hand in hand, right? But other than using this lockdown as an opportunity to home in on those workouts that are available now. There are so many online, and they don't have to be long. They could be 15 minutes, they could be 10. As long as you get something in every day, or most days, I think you can feel proud, and it does obviously spur you on then to eat healthier, I think. The other reason that exercise is so important is it really is a short-term stressor. Things like cold plunges, hot saunas, even things that take you outside of your comfort zone, like doing a speech. These are all things that will temporarily stress your body out, stress your mind out, and you will learn how to cope with it. You will learn how to achieve better. One of the best strengthening things you can do. We want to be strong inside and out. We want to be all round healthy. It's not just one thing. It's not just what you eat. It isn't just if you exercise. If you eat a load of rubbish and then you exercise, it doesn't counteract the other one. Having good relationships, like I said, they all are part of being a human and part of being a person. And I think the closer that we try to get towards our natural human habits, the closer we are to health. It is also important to think that you're going to leave lockdown and you're going to finally get the freedom. You're not going to have the same time that we have right now. For most people, you're not having to travel to work. Use this time to your advantage and don't have any regrets, you know? Have some down days, have some relaxing days, but also get into a really good routine and a really good habit of staying fit, staying healthy. When you come out of it, it might stick with you. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it becomes your life, not just a temporary fix. So last but definitely not least is sleep. We've all been told we need to go to bed earlier, we need to get 8 hours of sleep, but the severe impact that lack of sleep can have. Your body needs that time to reboot, your body needs that time to rebuild. If you have had a really poor sleep, then even the choices you make the next day are going to be affected. You will most likely, if you sleep badly or if you have a lack of sleep, you will most likely go for something high in sugar or very carby the next day. And that is literally because your body is looking for quick energy. This is all choices that we have to make as a whole. If you feel like maybe you don't sleep that well, or maybe you just think, you know what, I want to improve my sleep anyway, then doing things like changing the setting on your phone. You can actually change the setting on there, which will stop the blue light, but most of the blue light coming through. And you can set that to a certain time in the evening, and then when you wake up to a certain time in the day. When we go to sleep at night, you know, last thing we do is look at our phone. Well, that there is stressing you out, and you wake up the next day and you're looking at your phone. You are literally getting rising cortisol, which is a stress hormone. So to slightly diminish that stress, obviously you could put the phone down, you could turn it off, at least turn the blue light down. So many people don't think that they are affected by caffeine. Why don't you try stop drinking caffeinated drinks after 2 o'clock? For me, I stick to around 12. I sleep so much better if I haven't had coffee or tea or green tea even past 12 o'clock. Even if you think that you did sleep like a baby, your brain is still active and you just don't get the same quality of sleep. We need to have quality, we need to have deep sleep. Please don't make sleep a last priority. You should be ensuring that one way or another you can try to get somewhere near 8 hours. So hopefully you've made it this far into the video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, this is not for me to make you feel guilty. I'm not here to nag you. Bonus point. If you're trying anything new in this time, I suggest you try one more thing. Fasting. No, you don't have to be doing the ketogenic diet to follow this. I think it would be really helpful for a lot of people to actually cut their window off of eating at a certain time in the evening so you don't continue snacking, and in the morning you don't wake up and constantly eat, you know, one thing after another. We're all at home at the moment, we're all near the fridge. I think it would be a great help to actually confine your eating time. It's up to you where you want to start. Minimum 14 hours, 12 hours is really easy. You're sleeping for most of that. You wake up, you skip breakfast, feel a little rumble down there, and you just carry on. But fasting really will give your body a chance to rejuvenate and to get rid of certain old cells, boost your immune system, and give yourself a little bit of a break from constantly digesting food. We weren't made to constantly be feeding. Sometimes, you know, we were fasting. Going back to human nature and our ancestry, we were not always going to be around an abundance of food. Personally for me, having those eating windows will really encourage you and keep you accountable for staying within that time. Please be mindful. I love that word. It means a lot in every sense of every aspect of your life. Be mindful, be conscious, and make the right choices. They don't have to be perfect, but it is important to try, and especially at this time. So let's get stronger and use this as an opportunity. And of course, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help me. It will help me know whether or not to keep producing this content. Thank you, bye.